Hey folks, so today we're going to be talking about how to take a typical WE G17 and make it become full auto. And it's actually reversible, so you can go back and forth. Now, it's not going to be exactly a select fire like the switches where there will be a switch here and then you'll be semi or full, nor will it be like the Stark Arms ones where there's going to be like a full semi-auto switch down here where you can change it. This is more of a modification that it's easier to show than explain. But in a typical, this is a lower frame for a WE right here. And the way it works is that every time when you fire, the the bottom of the slide hits this bearing or this roller here. I think it's the ball bearing or roller, and it allows it to be pushed down and locks into place. And then when the slide returns, because it's locked back, it's not going to fire again until you pull the trigger again. As soon as you pull the trigger, of course, the hammer will fall, hit the magazine, and the gas will release and will fire. And again, the slide will come back and push down and lock into place, repeating the cycle. But what I found out by mistake, actually, when I was trying to fix something else, is if you remove this, the roller right here, it's not enough to lock the slide or lock this hammer back down again. So when it fires, it pushes it back, but it's not enough to lock it into place. So when the slide returns to battery, the hammer falls again, hits the magazine, fires another round, and repeats the process, essentially giving you full auto fire. Now, this is again, this is also a WE G17. I mean, I know it has the full trace, it's technically HK3, but it's again the exact same thing. So I've already removed the roller. It's right here in my hands right here. And just to show you though, it is, if you flip the fall hammer, see, notice it's missing right there. So I'm going to push it back down. And what I'm going to do is trying to see if this will fire full auto. So let me see. Let me grab a magazine here. Push this in here. Fully loaded mag. Well, not fully loaded, but gas-wise, it's loaded in about like 6 or so mags or rounds. So let's see here. Let's see if it does its thing. All right. Pretty cool, huh? Now, didn't quite lock back, but it did fire full auto for there a little bit. And that's kind of cool. But again, there's a lot of problems with it. Obviously, it doesn't. I wouldn't call it full auto, but it does shoot pretty quickly. So that's kind of a cool feature of it. But again, I don't really recommend doing this. It's just more for fun. It's just not going to do anything great. The other thing about this is that when you do something like this, the hammer is now, once you release the hammer, it's going to be very difficult to get the hammer to latch on again to its down position. So the gun right now actually has the hammer up. Well, actually down right now, but it won't have the hammer down again, and it won't stay down. So it's always going to have it be in the upward position. So basically, the only way you can get this to fire again is if you basically put the mag in, lock the slide back, and then to fire, you don't even use a trigger anymore. You lower this, you push the slide lock down, and as soon as the slide lock is released, again, the hammer is going to fall and it will fire again. And that's how you actually fire this weapon at that point. So it's kind of, again, it's not going to be the greatest, but I'll do it again to show y'all. So again, this time you don't use a trigger to fire it. This time you have to use the slide lock. So I'm going to push the slide lock down again, and let's see if we can fire, see how this guy, this trombone sounds. All right, watch. Oh, maybe do. Am I out of gas? Oops. Yeah, that's a little unusual. So that was something I found. It was a little bit more dramatic last time. It actually locked back, but that's something that's kind of interesting. Now, The hard part, though, and this is actually the more important part. So every now and then with the Glocks, the only way to take it apart is if the hammer is down. All right. If the hammer is up, you're not going to be able to take the slide off because it's catching on the back of the piece right here. So it's not going to be able to pull off. You have to have the hammer down. But in cases like this, where the hammer is down, how would you get that to go back up? Or how would you be able to get the slide off? And in this case, it's going to be very difficult to do so. Okay? It's very difficult to get the slide back out. I found a way to do it, though, and it's really simple. All you got to do is take some putty, okay, like this right here. Lay it down flat in there, like so. Fill in that groove right there, okay? Then you're going to take, where'd it go? Something where it's like a sheet of paper, a thin sheet of paper, not a sheet, but like kind of like a laminated cardstock. This is from some business card I had to cut up a little bit. And you're going to place it right on top, okay? So the point by doing this is that you can send the slide forward, and it's not going to allow room for the hammer to move up. And so because of that, the hammer is going to be able to stay down, and you're going to be able to slide this slide right off it, even though the hammer is not fully engaged in the catch. Okay, so watch. All right, so I'm going to put it back forward, and now I can easily slide it right off. Okay, see? There you go, and the hammer is still up. A little quick trick, because I was wondering, am I going to have to, drill a hole through this to remove it? What's the best move? And it's a simple fix. So if you ever had that happen to you, that's a quick fix. And that's really the lesson here. The full auto thing, not so much. I mean, it was pretty dramatic at one point when I first did it, but again, I don't really recommend it. It's more about how to remove the Glock slide if you ever have a case where you're unable to have the hammer set down. All right, I hope you all enjoyed that and learned something new about how to fix it if you have any issues with your Glock. All right, folks, thanks a lot. See you all next time.